Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramia First Nations people and huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. First reading today, I'm just going to go a little off piste, a little down the unexplored path at the moment, because I don't know who else has been feeling it lately, but ever since we've had the lunar and solar eclipses, throw in the auroras, and apparently I was listening to Danny and Linda this morning on Danny Shay's channel. We are passing through a charged uh, field within our solar system at the moment, and the last time we passed through that field was about 12,000 years ago. So, oh boy, I don't know who else has been feeling it, but I have. Ever since then, I feel like I have gone through a massive leveling up spiritual download, and I don't quite know what to do with it. So, what's also happening, ringing in the ears, stronger than I've ever had before. At night, weird dreams, totally weird dreams. But also, what I'm finding is that sleep is being elusive, and literally minutes before I actually do go to sleep, I'm feeling and hearing a white noise, real buzz, like, but just really quickly, like a shot through my entire body. It's like when you tune in the old days when you tuned the radio and you sort of got that moment. It's like that. I can hear it and I can feel it through my whole body. So going a little bit off course today, off my usual readings. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I've got the Starseed Oracle, and I've also got the Namaste Oracle there as well, just to have a little look to see, well, what is it that the spiritual world is trying to tell us at the moment. And as I pulled out the Light Seers Oracle, on the bottom, absolutely, Ace of Cups, significant new beginning, a new beginning of compassion, of collective awakening, of coming together from a place of love rather than place of fear. So as I split the deck, this is about shine. We are going through a massive shift on earth at the moment where we are shining the light clearly on lies and deceit and betrayal, and those that have stolen from us. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily physically stealing, but the disinformation stealing, but also the modern slavery stealing of, paying the staff a pittance while they reap millions of dollars a day. But I just want to have a look. What is it now? We're also going through a massive shift in climate at the moment. Now, do not mistake climate and weather. Two completely different systems and modelling. Climate is the big picture, whereas the weather is what is actually happening today. And it's a beautiful day out today. So I just want to have a look, just what is it that the universe are trying to tell us? Did spend the other night trying to see if we could see the southern aurora. It's not as powerful down south here as it is in the northern hemisphere. Sadly, to no avail. We simply live too far north, but in, in our spring might be going for a trip south to see if we can find it. So let's have a look. Ooh, okay, I'm loving where the deck's going at the moment too. It is about moving forward. Absolutely. And we don't need to have all the information. We do not need all our ducks lined up. We do not need to have all the information before we move forward. We just move forward and work out how the bloody hell we're going to do it as we're going. Beau of the Fifth Column YouTube channel, if you haven't seen him, check him out, subscribe. He is my morning coffee go-to. Was talking today about someone had asked him how does the US get out of the Middle East, and the biggest way to get out of the Middle East is to embrace renewable energy so that on a world level we are no longer reliable on fossil fuels. We cannot be held to ransom by what's happening elsewhere in the world in regards to conflicts or dictatorships, etc. And it also means when you are supplying your own energy within your own country, your country becomes independent. So that I found that a really powerful discussion that Bo was setting off. But yeah, this is very much about move forward, move progressively, embrace change. It is about what we have been doing for so long on a spiritual and emotional level. We've been pouring our energies into this bottomless pit. And this is social media as well. Social media, buying, um, well, I'm just going to say consumerism. If you actually work out how much a product costs in regards to how many hours you have to work to pay for that product or that takeaway meal or whatever it is, suddenly we see in a different light, do we really need this purchase? So the myth of capitalism and consumerism, the myth of social media, which was, to be honest, fabulous 10, 15 years ago when it first started up, and it was just chatting amongst friends, but it's been taken over by those that have other intentions. I still am on social media. Again, great for family and friends, but also I get very strict on what I actually look at on social media for the algorithms, and I'm quite happy to block. So, but this is very much about we as a society have been pouring ourselves emotionally and spiritually down the disinformation, misinformation, in regards to what it is that we actually need, what we want. It's time to look at something different. We've been pouring ourselves down the well of fear, the well of requiring military might, the fear of others, the othering, but so many issues here on this false promise that if we just keep pouring ourselves down into this literally vampire of a well, spiritually and emotionally, all will be fabulous. And I'm talking about religion in here as well, just all these aspects, that the light will come to the surface and all will be fabulous. This light never comes to the surface. It's a false promise. It's time to look at what we can do differently. So let's get started. I have no idea where this reading's going to go. Just feeling a need to have a look. So show me, guys, the energies. The energies. What is okay? Thank you. It was a quick shuffle. Got prickles right up and down my legs, and the top part got stuck. So that tells me to stop shuffling. So come on down and let's have a look. Yes, I've got a puppy dog fast asleep there as well. Okay, that one's Bindi, my grey dog, a border collie coolie cross. Yeah, basically take her to the beach and she has to be so exhausted that she can't move to be able to bring her home again. So what is it that the energies of the spirit, the other realm, need us to understand at the moment? Then the first card out is the Ten of Swords. I love this card in this deck. It is about the ending of a cycle, but it's very much about recognizing the truth and letting what we have invested in before go, so that we can step over into this new beginning, this new horizon, this new life, this new planet, this new earth. It's very much about letting go of what has pinned us into the 3D world. It's about stepping into a wisdom, a knowledge, and an understanding. And it can also be a harsh truth, a clarity of truth. We need to let go what has held us back and step into a new beginning. The disinformation, the misinformation, the false beliefs, etc. Very much about letting go. Oh, and while I'm talking about this, I am wanting to just also bring up that change is not overnight. So what happens is that governments will bring about the first step of change. It's not the final solution. So just understand that when our policymakers, our legislators come out with a budget that has a particular piece of information on, and there's this big outcry that it doesn't go far enough, understand that it is only the first step. Yes, we need them to be held accountable to then take the second step, the third step, the fourth step, but understand that change takes time. It is not overnight. Okay, yes, absolutely. The second signifier card here is dream big, because pigs can fly. This is very much about something, bringing something unexpected out of left field. At the moment, as Danny Shea would put it when he talks about this card, we're feeling like we've had our legs cut off from underneath us, and we need to bring them back together. But understand that this shift, which can make us feel uncomfortable, that we are disassociated for a particular period of time, um, it is bought with love, and it is bought with integrity. And it's going to put us in this position where we feel uncomfortable, that we don't understand. And this is what I'm going through at the moment. I'm just putting it out there, that I feel very disjointed, and I'm not quite sure what to do with it yet. So this is what this reading's about. What is the energies that this change is bringing us? So behind the scenes, oh, huge energy going on behind the scenes. The Justice card. It is very much about drawing this sword. This is a swords card, Ten of Swords, crossed by the Page of Cups. It's very much about unsheathing this sword of truth, this sword of wisdom and knowledge and brutal clarity and truth, unsheathing it, being grateful, liking what we see in the mirror, but understanding that our actions all have consequences. Plant a tree, buy locally grown, invest in renewable if you can afford it. I know it's not cheap at the moment. I would dearly love to put a battery. We've got solar panels on. I have no lawn at my property. I dearly love to put a storage battery on, because we produce more energy than we use, but because of the time of day, etc., we still get a bill every quarter. But batteries are expensive at the moment. So just understand the truth of it. Do what you can. Understand that your actions have consequences, but also like who you see in the mirror. Love yourself. Like who you see in the mirror, whomever you may be. It is very much an emotional cycle that we're going through at the moment. The energies behind the scenes, where we feel like we're forced underwater, where we can't breathe, where we're trapped. It is so important that we understand that this is emotions that are keeping us in this position. Lower vibrations, emotions of fear, of uncertainty, of lack of gratitude, of it's all about me, what's in it for me. These lower vibration energies are keeping us in this feeling like we're emotionally drowning energy. It is so important that you bring these emotions to the surface and shine the light on them and see them for what they clearly are. Now, this moon is the same moon that was in that betrayal and deceit card that was right at the beginning there. It is so important that we shine the light, the feminine light, the moon light on them, the light of cleansing, so that we can see what it is that is keeping us in this position clearly. We can see it clearly for what it is. And once we do, we can then go through the motions to disperse those energies. And it may mean that we cry our eyes out for 4 hours down at the beach, to purge them. It can be simply drawing the sword and seeing the truth of it for what it really is. But it is so important that what is keeping us in this lower vibration is the emotions. And we need to see those emotions clearly for what they are, so that they no longer have power over us. So the energy coming out of the Justice, love it. Another 10 of Wands. This is about letting go of all the messaging that has gone on in the past that no longer serves us going forward. It can be relationships, it can be jobs, it can be preconceived ideas or messaging that we've had imprinted on us in the past, or expectations of what we think we are supposed to have in the future. Can be plans that are not coming to fruition, but it's very much about letting go, putting down what we may have invested in the past that is not going to serve us going forward. Put it on the yak and let the yak out pasture. Only take forward with you what will really serve you as you step into this new start, this new beginning, this new way of thinking, of looking, of understanding. This is not the hill on which you are meant to take a stance. It is not the hill on which you are meant to stubbornly stay and die on. This is about letting go and moving forward. Love it. I love the card on the bottom too. It's about working together, finding your tribe, finding your circle of support, and supporting each other as true friends. Friends that when somebody has a success, you are so thrilled for them. When somebody needs help, you say, what can I do? And not even say, what can I do? You say, let me do your laundry and bring a meal for you. Just do it. The circle of support that when somebody in your support, say they win lotto or whatever it is, they are on the phone and saying, girlfriend, get your passport, bring your bag, we're off to wherever. Those that really know you, that get you. And if they are not in this type of energy, perhaps it's time to let them go. And I'm talking family as well. Just because somebody is family does not mean you need to hang on to them. I know that sounds harsh, but it's what we need to move forward. And coming out of this moon card, working together from a place of love, from a place of understanding, working together to create magic. Oh, loving these cards. Karma hanging over as we move forward, embracing your soul spirit. Allow your soul to sing and dance. What is it that you would let go of to allow your soul to sing and dance if nobody was watching, if you weren't accountable, if you didn't feel you had to compromise for others? What is it that you would do? Perhaps it's time to draw this sword, sword of truth, sword of clarity, sword of wisdom, to bring balance into your life. Let go of what no longer serves you and allow your soul spirit to sing. And let go of the anxiety that's brought about by fear, by emotions, knowing that this white raven is coming forth to dispel this darkness. And I understand a lot of us are in this place of anxiety. Where is our next meal going to come from? How am I going to pay my electricity bill? How am I going to buy school shoes for my child that is next level up? How am I going to pay my rent? How am I? And I fully understand that. Sleeplessness, depression, despair. But the message is that trust in the white raven, and look up the myth of the white raven if you feel that you need to, if you haven't explored that avenue, because it is coming to dispel this darkness. And part of that dispelling is going through this process of letting go of relationships that don't serve you, of preconceived ideas of what should be that are not and are not going to be, of relationships, of jobs that perhaps are dead end and trapped. Doesn't mean you leave them, it just means you look for other options that make your heart sing. And a lot of that is by bringing the fear to the surface and shining the light on it and seeing it clearly for what it is. By connecting to others. Continuing with this, we have the Four of Cups. So it's the Nine of Swords, we've now got the Four of Cups. This is very much about would've, should've, could've, getting caught in this depressive energy due to past life choices. As we go through life, we reach these divergence points constantly. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? What choice do I make? There is no wrong choice. Every choice that you have made has brought you to the here and now where you are meant to be. But it is so important that we look at everything that we have on the table, available to us at the here and now, that we can create something magnificent going forward. But so often humans, we get caught up and despair with this lamenting past life choices. I shouldn't have sold that house. I shouldn't have bought that house. I shouldn't have gone into that relationship. I shouldn't have left that relationship. I shouldn't have taken that job. I shouldn't have left that job. Whatever it is, should have, would have, could have. There is absolutely nothing we can do about these past choices. We sit in this energy lamenting about the choice that we made in the past, serves no purpose whatsoever, and keeps you in this emotionally oppressed energy. There is absolutely nothing you can do about these, and even if we could invent a time machine and go back and change any decision that you had made in the past, there is no guarantee that your life would be better. It would be simply different. What is it that we have available to us in the here and now? The friendships we have, the assets we have, skills we have, the health we have, whatever condition each and every one of those is in, the networks that we can connect into, the abilities that we have. What do we have in the here and now that we can contribute and create magic going forward. Going to use a little story here as just to bring this to attention. My father-in-law is getting quite old. He has cancer. He's in his 90s with cancer. I really want him to get his life story down because, by crikey, he's had an interesting life. He doesn't think so because he's lived it, so he thinks it's boring. I've contacted the local historical society, full of retired people, and asked if any of them skilled at writing the life story, asking the right questions, putting it together, and writing a life story. I'm happy to pay for it. Now, these are people who don't lament about their past decisions. They are looking at the skill in the historical society, interests that they have brought forward, that they can work together with others to create magic going forward. They feel purposeful. They have a purpose. They have a legacy. They're drawing on their skills and their abilities, and they're looking forward, not lamenting past decisions. So even something little like that, where we're working together with others, doing something where the soul spirit sings. And it may seem small, but it is powerful. It is powerful. By turning your attention to what you can do, there is huge strength. Every single one of us is a drop in the ocean, but combined, we bring forward this powerful, compassionate, empathetic, unstoppable strength. Lean into the strengths that you have. Shine the light. There's this card again that I was talking about with this moon. Again, the feminine moon, the compassionate cleansing moon. Shine the light on past feelings of betrayal, of deceit, of lies, and they will no longer have any power over you. See them clearly for what they are, drawing that sort of truth and reality of clarity and wisdom. And these might be lies or deceit that has been enacted on you in the past, or expectations of the future that are not coming together. See them clearly for what they are. Bring the emotions of it to the surface so that that can be purged. And I'm going to tell you, it will be painful when you get out the other side. Oh my goodness. This light will be bright and clear. The weight will be lifted. And what have we got? The third pen, the third 10. Finding your tribe, your legacy, completion, community, and huge healing. Okay. Wow. Okay, I need that lesson as well. I'm just going to draw a card from my Namaste deck. It's these 3 decks that I was drawn to use today. I'm going to draw a card from my Namaste deck. They have the most beautiful imagery on the back with a powerful blessing written on the front. What is it? What message do you want to bring to us? Message. What message? So this is the card. Uluru, which is the centre of Australia. It's the largest rock, a monolith of a rock, an incredibly powerful spiritual centre for our First Nations people. It's also on a powerful ley line. So it's Uluru. And the saying that this is thrown out for us is the universe is testing you. Boy, don't I feel it. The universe is testing you. Will you be faithful and true to yourself? Be courageous, for you are supported by a divine ocean of love. You are gifted at this time with the blessing of strong faith. This doesn't mean religious faith. This means trusting that the universe has got your back and it will see you through present challenges. I'll hold that up in case you want to pause and read it for yourself. But the universe is testing you. Will you be faithful and true to yourself? This is letting go of what no longer serves you. This is letting go of the emotions, letting go of ideas and potentially relationships and preconceived beliefs of what should be but isn't. Be courageous, for you are supported by a divine ocean of love. You are gifted at this time with the blessing of strong faith that will see you through the present challenges. I just want to draw a couple of cards from the Starseed Oracle just to summarise this reading. I think I need to go back and watch this one myself as I'm going through this levelling up. Show me, please. Show me. What is it we need to know with this new energies? I feel like going to sleep. What is it that we need to know? Almost like a release. What is it that we need to know? These new energies. Okay, the first card has popped out. Child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you, lies within every single one of us. We come from dust, stardust, we will return to stardust. We are all children of the cosmos, and the intelligence of the universe, the universal understanding, the universal acceptance lies within all of us. It will take baby steps. Change does not happen overnight. It's one step at a time. Baby steps. Action, follow your intuition, step by step by step. Follow your intuition and it will all make sense. But take action. That chariot, just go for it. Work out how the bloody hell you're going to do it as you're going along, as you take action step by step by step. But most importantly, you need to remember to stay earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Those of us that feel this spirituality very often, and I feel it deeply, if you want to have a look, pop Journey in the search engine. I've got two videos about my own personal journey to setting up this YouTube channel. Always felt like the outsider, always felt different. It is so important because those of us that are really deeply spiritual can find it difficult to be part of humanity because we see this vastly bigger picture. We see the cosmos picture of life. We see the expanse over eons as almost as if it's just one coming together, and the connections and the vibrations and the resonance of parts of our earth and out into space. And we don't understand why humanity is doing this to itself, the energies that the lower vibration is in at the moment. But we are in this period of change, and it takes baby steps but we do find it difficult to be earthed because we are not of this world. We are in it, but we are so much more. Okay. Thank you, universe. I needed that. I hope this helps. Huge love to you all. Take care.